Happy Sunday, Heartstring. Welcome. Hello, DJ King. Hello, ladies. Hello, Roslyn. Happy Sunday. If you ladies would go ahead and hit the thumbs up. I know I'm running late, but I just got back from Nashville from checking in on Mi Familia. So, um, I'm here, but I'm running. Thanks, DJ King. Thanks, Heartstring. Hello, Mrs. Q. Hello, M's. Be safe, be safe. I'm just getting in myself, so definitely be safe out there on the road. I think everybody was between Tennessee and Georgia was trying to get home at the same time. So I am not going to keep you long tonight, but I did want to do two things. The first is that on one of my summer fun sale rants, I mentioned that there. Hi, Denise. Hello, the Closet Dive. Hello, Kimberly. I mentioned that. Hello, Mono's Beauty. Thank you. I'm glad to have you here. Hope you'll participate in the chat tonight. Hi, Suz. Happy Sunday. If you ladies again, go ahead and give a thumbs up. I feel like I'm rushing tonight because I am. Just getting in off the road. I went to Nashville after work on Friday so that I could check on my family and spent all day out yesterday with my mom, running errands and shopping and taking care of some stuff that she needed to take care of for work. So I feel like I had a really good weekend, but now I'm in that rush crunch mode trying to get laundry finished and I need to cook and all of that other stuff. So I'm gonna move quickly tonight. Hello, Candy Crusher. First thing is I mentioned during one of my rants this week during the Dooney and Burke sale that we were tired of the Crown Royal bucket bag and that Henri Bendale actually did a version of that bag that is actually really nice. And then I remembered that I don't think that I've shared that bag on my channel because it kind of moved away from HB, especially with it not being available. But for those of you that maybe missed that bag or were not sure what done right means from my vocabulary standpoint, I wanted to show everyone what that bag looks like. The other thing is I want to take another look at the 10-day summer fun sale, although it is a 12-day sale, the merchandise was only for 10 days and then you have basically two bonus days to shop the inventory without anything being new or added. So excuse me. So a little different from last year's summer fun sale, which lasted 12 full days of product. I'm pretty sure I got that right. And then there was also the 12 days of Dooney, which is modeled after the 12 days of Christmas. So the first bag, which is the HB version of a Crown Royal bag done right, is the Henri Bendale Sori Mini Bucket Bag. Now, this bag, okay, here it is. This bag, I teetered back and forth about whether or not to purchase it. It is a smaller bag. It is my version of a small bag. And I just didn't know if I would use the bag. So far, I have not. But what I will say is compared to the bucket bags that Dooney has done in a similar style, I am more apt or more prone to carry the one from HB than the one from Dooney, and I want to show you why. First off, Dooney did not offer a bag in red, and it's probably best because it would have been a disgrace to the red. But this is the little HB bag, and as you can tell, It's a little small bag, kind of north-south. It is a bucket bag. Excuse me. And, okay, let's dig her out. And I saw this bag actually in person in a couple of the HB stores. So the one in Atlanta, I also saw it in the store in Chicago and passed on them both. And it was still, bothering me that it was available online and I hadn't pulled the trigger. So I finally did. Couple things that I like about this bag is, one, although it's a small bag, it does have feet under the bottom. And you can tell she's got a little butt on her. I mean, it's not a tiny bag. I could still get, a nice size wallet and a few other items in here. I love the hardware on the side because, of course, HB has the hardware is monogrammed here on the side. But look at the handle. The strap going across the top of this bag has gorgeous branded HB hardware all across the top. Every single scallop edge has hardware there in the center. And I really like that about the bag. It added a little bit of a little punch to it without taking away from its little red body. All right, but we're not here for the strap. What we are here for is because this bag has, let me get it up here. Let me show you. This bag has Crown Royal bag in it as well. See that? It has the same little, now this one is black, and for whatever reason, Dooney did its Peter did his in chocolate brown. I don't know whether that was supposed to be the universal color for the collection that it was launched in. I don't know whether it was because it was going to be fall and kind of a contrasting color. I don't know whether it's because of the quality of the bag or to save on expense. I don't know why, but it's in that odd color. And to me, if you're going to do it, make it a solid color and make it neutral. And y'all know how I feel about black, but black was the way to go in HB, and I think that it should have been the way to go for Dooney. Hello, Suzette. Hi, Kimberly Mines. Hi, Diva 9000. I'm missing a few names. But let me show you what's really, really nice about this one. So I'm going to empty this little bag and show you that even though it is, you could carry it by the handle or over the crook of the arm, it also has little D-rings on both sides because you can attach a strap to it. And the strap has HB hardware on it as well. And it is an adjustable strap. So I like that. A little thin strap, but I don't think you need anything oversized for this bag. And I think having a shoulder bag attached the size of the D-rings, the same size as this strap, would have been way too much, because this one, you can take it off and just carry the shoulder strap. I don't know that I would want to, because this is kind of the strap is kind of the star for me for this one, but it is possible. You can take these off, both sides, take it off, and just put the top strap and carry it as a little bucket crossbody. Interior of this bag is all black. It is a little black hole, and there's no organization, no slip, no zip, no snap pocket, no cell phone, no key leash, no nothing. It is just a little black hole. If it were not for the paper in there, I don't know that it would even show up on camera. But what I like about this drawstring is not only does it cinch, which Dooney's does as well, but it does not have a lot of excess fabric at the top. So this was actually designed so that it could fold back into the bag, and it's recessed. The drawstring and the little bag is recessed. It's not at the very top of the bag. It's not coming up, and it snaps. So look at it now. Completely different look. If my bag topples over in the car, nothing is coming out because it is secured, but I don't have all that extra hanging out of the top of the bag. And because the bag is cinched, it gives it a completely different feel as opposed to just being a little flower pot bag. You could use it like this, but the reason that I got it was because the little crown roll bag could be hidden, and it snapped in the top so that it became, to me, it became a little bit dressier with the top buttoned. And I don't know that I would, need the strap carrying it like this with it button, right? So I really, really like it. Love the red. But I just think that for those that were curious when I said, because I think I've said that in a couple of different videos this year, that HB did it right? And I know that I've not really shared what doing it right looked like for me, and that is this. Not all the extra hanging out over the top, looking like, I'm trying to smuggle stuff into the movie theater or wherever you would carry your bag. But that is the Suri mini bucket bag. And Dooney's bucket bag just does not have the same polish to it with that brown fabric sticking out the top that looks like you're trying to conceal liquor and snacks. It just does not have the same look and feel and polish to me that the HB one does. So that is that. And no, I know the bag is not available. Secondary market is probably going to be your best, or actually it'll be your only option. But let me get it stuffed back in here. All right. So now let's take a look at the summer fun sale, which was very painful. I've got it pulled up here on my iPad so that we can kind of go through it together. And here's what my challenge is tonight. So my challenge tonight to all of us that have shopped Dooney and Burke, you have collections, you know what leathers and sizes and styles work for you. You may already have the colors that are being offered in your collection, or maybe they're not at the price point, or what some of those other things, right? What I'd like to challenge you to do, instead of thinking of this sale as a summer fun sale, think about this sale as a Christmas in July sale. That's right. Instead of being Dooney selfish and only looking for bags for you, start thinking about the people that are on your holiday gift giving list. So whether it's your niece or nephew that is off at college, do they need a toiletry kit? Do they need a backpack? Do they need passport cases? Do they need wallets? Think about what I would call close relatives that are worthy of a Dooney and Burke gift, whether that is your mom, your sister, your mother-in-law, people that are on a close aunt that you could go back and take a look at some of these price points and think about whether or not you would splurge, as an example, the 119 on a Piper so that your mother-in-law has a crossbody for, little junior soccer games, or little cheerleading meets or whatever it is. Does she have a bag so that if she is chaperoning a field trip in your place, or she's got to run out and go pick up your kid from school because they're sick and she's on the emergency list, what would you gift her that would be appropriate? When you think about birthdays for the last, quarter, 2 quarters of the year, or even first quarter next year, do you have someone that you would gift? If you're like me and you have a team that supports you, if you do gifts every year, could you, based on what you spend, could you gift them a Beacon card case, or a Solera card case, and a nice card? Could you do that with a wristlet? Could you do that with a small crossbody for your admin assistant that keeps you together and on the right path? If you have, I don't know, my family dynamic over the years has been different, so just bear with me for a minute. But if you have like a visiting nurse that's coming in to take care, or to help support a family member, if you've got a coach, a piano, or an instrument teacher that you are always at the last minute struggling, and you're looking at printables, apples, or something like that on QVC, as opposed to something that is a very personal gift, shift your mindset and do some pre-holiday shopping, and you can thank me in December when your stress level is no longer here, but it's down to here, because you've already scratched off a few names on your list. Think about, do you do a gift for your pastor or first lady at your place of worship? Does your team at work typically pool resources and buy your boss a gift? Could you take responsibility for that this year and purchase something now so that it would cost less for everybody chipping in later? I personally have thought about my grandmother, my great aunt, and y'all know my mom and my sister are like frequent Dooney gift receivers. So I'm always thinking about what can I do to make gift giving easier. For my nephew, he now has the Dooney wallet. He has the Dooney dot kit. He typically keeps his clippers and his razor at home because he's about to be 16 and he's shaving and doing all of that stuff now. It's 16, 15 and 3/4. So he needs a place to keep those items. So when he's at home, he uses that in the bathroom to keep all of his stuff so that it's not spread all over the bathroom vanity. And then when he travels, he will add in his toiletry stuff. A wallet to gift that, whether it's to your son, your husband. I don't know if your family does gifts to the in-law, so maybe you've got a brother-in-law, and throw a gift card in there. So those are the kinds of things that if you go into the sale thinking, all right, I know there's not anything in here for me. I've looked at it for now 11 days, and the things that piqued my interest have either already been purchased, or I've already made a conscious decision that I'm not going to make a purchase for me. And that's fine. We don't have to buy something every single sale for ourselves. But what I would challenge you to do again is to go back through each one of the days and start thinking about the people that are always on your gift list, and to think about whether or not the price point of the item and the item itself are the item you would like to give at a price point you're willing to pay, and if so, go ahead and take the dive. If you have siblings that have birthdays from October to January and you can find a gift for them, trust me, they do not want to hear, oh, well, I combined your Christmas and your birthday gift together. Unless you're like buying them a car, they don't want to hear that. And I'm speaking for all of the fourth quarter and early first quarter birthdays. We don't want to hear that. Our birthdays have not changed. We do not want to hear that you are merging gifts together. So I can say that, I can speak from that, because my mother always has made sure that birthdays, even though I'm a December baby, I had a birthday with gifts and parties, and that was separate and apart from Christmas because those were completely different things. So I would, let me just run back through each day and kind of tell you what I would recommend as a gift. We're not talking about shopping for us anymore because we've been there, we've done that, and we've already spoke our piece on that one. The Florentine credit card holder for $39 on day one, whether it's man or woman, I would recommend that one. The $39 price point is superb. And when you start thinking about whether it's a dirty Santa or an office secret Santa, whether you've got to go to a neighborhood, a neighborhood holiday party and everyone's supposed to bring a gift or whatever, a $39 price point for a Florentine credit card holder, that is a good spend for a gift that scratches a name and or an event off of your list. The other would be the Pebble Grain business card case at $21. That is one of those, whether it's male or female, you could always throw a gift card in there if you needed to get up to a particular price point. But for the professional or someone that maybe freelances or has their own business, the Pebble Grain business card case at $21 is an excellent gift, and you could pick up several of those and scratch a couple of names off of your gift giving list. The last one that I would recommend from day one would be the Beacon zip around card case. Now, I'll tell you, I have paid less for the Beacon card cases, but they are a hit. It's small. It's something that can be used inside of another bag. It's pocket friendly. It is grab and go friendly. I think based on the color selection, if you pick that up for someone and gifted it to them with or without a gift card in it, I think it would make an amazing gift. But those are the things that I'm looking at from day one, that if they, not necessarily for me because I'm either not interested or I already have those items, but just thinking about what you could go back and take a look at for gift giving purposes, you could go ahead and knock quite a few people off of your list if you take a look again at day one and start thinking about other people on the list. All right, day two, the fave fabrics. The fave fabrics gift price points. Well, the Getaway Cabriolet Sarasota Zip Cosmetic Case at a $69 price point, maybe as a stocking stuffer for a kid, or maybe as a gift to your sister with her favorite lipstick, or maybe a gift card tucked away from Ulta, from Sephora, to MAC, to NARS. That would make for a great gift at a reasonable price point, and that would be it. Mm, the tech case as a gift. Maybe if somebody was getting their first or just got their first iPad or something, the executive cabriolet mini tech envelope for $39, that might work. And throw in, I don't know, an iTunes gift card or a screen cleaning, set with that. That would make for a good gift for somebody at a $39 price point from day 2. Day 3, I think, is going to be a little bit more difficult for me, because day 3, the only thing that I would consider gifting would be Piper. There are other price points on here that I would absolutely consider for my mom or my sister, or even my great aunt. But at overall, Piper, even though she was lost on this particular day, would be the bag that I would take a look at and say, okay, one major gift off of the list. I don't have to worry about adding anything else because Piper would be a gift to herself. But on the mini majors day, which is day 4, let's see, because I don't want you to miss out, right? We've all had our feelings hurt this week based on the sale, but what I don't want you to do is to allow a good price point to get away from you, just because the purchase isn't for you. The $39 Pebble Grain small coin case with maybe some cash inside or a gift card, the $39 price point would work for a gift there. I would also, depending on who it is, the $99 Pebble Grain Hallie, just because I love that bag, and $99 is a good price for that one. The Pebble Grain Trifold Wallet at $59 would make a good gift. The Belvedere medium wristlet, although I'm not a fan of that little one, the $45, you could throw something else in there. $119 in select colors for the Pebble Grain camera crossbody, if you have someone that would wear a crossbody and use a north south. That one could work. The Pebble Grain ID case, I'm not a fan of that one, but I think it's giftable. And maybe the Beacon zip around phone wristlet, particularly if you're giving it to someone that has an iPhone, which is a little bit smaller than most of the Android devices that at least my family carries. So that one may work if you're an Apple family. On day 5, the summertime totes. If you've got to get a baby shower gift or maybe even a wedding gift for the end of the year for the bride or new mom, the Florentine Russell bag would be perfect. It's a bag that mom or dad could carry for the little person if you get it in the right color, which means no mauve, because dad's not going to want to carry mauve, even if it's for his little princess. He would rather, trust me, most of them would rather not. And then that's gonna be it from day 5. It would be Russell. I don't see anything else unless you are sure of a bag style. I would not do a bag from day 5 as a gift unless you know for sure what that woman's preference is. The Pebble Picks, y'all know how I feel about Pebble leather. I kind of have a love-hate relationship with it, and I really kind of hated it for this sale. The Pebble Grain fold over wallet, if you have someone on your list at a $79 gift price. If they like a larger wallet, that would work. The Pebble Grain Millie at $59 in Pebble. Some bright, nice pops of color. Mm. So the Pebble Grain large frame purse, basically the Kiss Lock. My mom is actually using hers right now as her tech case. So she was swapping purses yesterday before we headed out. And she had gotten all her cords and everything. They were hanging out in her purse. And as she was switching, she was like, I need to get my little, my Kiss purse and get my cords put back in there. So she had like her extra brick and her battery pack and all of that. And she ended up winding all her cables back up and putting them in there and throwing them in her purse. I had not thought to use that piece in that way, but for maybe if you are one of those folks that are struggling to figure out what you would use that piece for, and you could survive with a smaller tech case, then maybe that would be a good item. Or maybe you gift it and then add the charger, the brick, the battery pack, and say, hey, this little pouch is going to be for that stuff. That would, whether that's a birthday or a Christmas gift. I would also say that the pebbled multifunction money clip, $59, maybe with some cash in the inside to one of your favorite guys in your life. That would work. The dot kit, the pebble dot kit, $89. So ladies, and they don't have them on here now, but I'm hoping as we get, into August and we are back into football season, what I did was that year before last is I didn't do the NFL team. I did college football team because I'm embarrassed to say sometimes we roll tide. But I got the dot kit, with Alabama, and it was a part of Valentine's Day, and I stuffed some travel toiletries and things like that with a hint, and the confirmation from the hotel reservation, and along with kind of the other Valentine's Day stuff. But I used that. I bought it while it was on sale, pre Valentine's Day. And then it was his team, toiletries, the confirmation of our future reservation, along with some other gift idea, some other trinkets and stuff for Valentine's Day. So that's something to think about, whether it's a regular dot kit or whether you go back and take a look at the sports page and look for, their team, their favorite team, their home team, and add a couple of other things to it. And just like that, you are done with another holiday. Maybe if you're doing it for Christmas, if you got the tickets like for the game the day after Christmas, or something like that, to just really make it fun, and it would be a Dooney piece, and you probably will get the comment that most of us get when we gift those to guys. They're like, I didn't know they made stuff for men. Right. You didn't, but they do. And now you have a piece. The 129, 149 day on day 7, I would again, it's the Pebble Grain letter carrier and the small coin case, 119 price point. Not terrible, but it's in the gift giving price point. And I would say the watches, but I would not purchase the watches from Dooney.com. I would go over and take a look at the watches on ILD, because those price points seem to be a little more budget gift giving friendly. So I would take a look at those over on ILD. And the last thing from day 7, that's a little bit too much for that one. Um, it would be the Pebble Grain Hobo. If you know the bag size, the bag shape will work. $129. Again, your mom, your sister, maybe your sister-in-law, heck, maybe even your neighbor, that the two of you kind of swap kids every once in a while so that you can have some mental health time so you don't kill your kids. One between 119 129 to say thank you for being a good neighbor, thank you for looking out for my house when I'm away or when I travel, or dog sitting when I'm those kinds of things. That would not that would make for a good neighbor gift. Day 8. Oh Lord. um The Pebble Grain Continental Clutch at $79 is giftable. And the Pebble Grain Small Carrington Wristlet is also a good one at $49 because it has the wristlet. It's got some organization in the inside. I think that is a great gift. And beyond that, again, I would say the watches, but definitely check ILD to make sure the price point is not different there. Other than that, I don't. I like Harrison because that was a first. That was one of the first bags from Dooney for me. But at $149, I think you could find a better price point for that one. Day 9 was the sail away, which I thought should really just go away. Price points would be the Pebble Grain Ginger Pouchette for $79. Again, the Continental Clutch from the Emerson collection at $79. And that I like the idea of the nylon shopper, but you can find that price better or cheaper at the outlet. I like the idea of Kinsey, but you can find it cheaper elsewhere. So not much on the sail away day that I would consider for gifting. And are we at day 10 yet? Day 10, 99 or less. 99 or less, I would go with the Belvedere crossbody pouch. I really like that one. The Saffiano Lexi crossbody, I actually gifted that to my aunt a couple of years ago because she carries bags that are like for a little girl. She's always carried teeny tiny purses and she loves that one. So I gifted that to her. And the last thing, we've already talked about the Kiss coin. The Atlantis Stripe watch, but I would get it from ILD because it's $44 over there. And that is a good gift as opposed to it being 99 bucks on Dooney. And I would also consider, although it's not on Dooney and it is a Dooney item, for spring, for the purple lovers, for those that like nylon, that the Miramar Addison in the color purple in nylon, which is on Dooney.com for $99, is on ILD for $67 in limited quantity if it hadn't already sold out. That one to me is at a giftable price as well. It's a full size bag. It's the regular nylon, not the nylon that borderlines um, as a cabriolet. It's the slick, shiny nylon, $67. Miramar. That would be the final item that I would recommend taking a look at and considering folks that will be on your gift giving list. As far as purchases for me, I did make 4 purchases this week, or the last 2 weeks. I have 4 items pending in my cart. I will make a decision about those 4 before the sale ends tomorrow night. But if you didn't find anything for you, again, go back with a fresh set of eyes, take a look at the day, and think about the sale as a Christmas in July sale as opposed to a summer fun sale where you were trying to rack up new bags and new things for yourself. So if that was helpful, give this video a thumbs up. I'd love to know in the comments based on tonight's conversation, one of your thoughts on the HB bag and whether or not they did the Crown Royal bag the right way. The other thing I want to know is whether or not thinking about your Christmas or holiday gift giving list, if that helps you to think about this sale in a different way. Because trust me, getting a few names off of your list in July and in August and September, October, and November is far smarter and far more economical than trying to buy everyone's gift at one time. You don't get any extra paychecks or pay dates, and you still have the normal stuff that goes on in the month of November, December, January. So why people don't pre-shop for the holidays? One, I think you give much better gifts because you're being thoughtful about it and you don't have competing priorities for your discretionary income when it comes to that. I also think that by the time we get to Christmas in most parts of the country, people are already cold. They're thinking about their winter vacations to some warm destination, or they're starting to think about the spring and where they're going to go for vacation next year. So to give them a bright color and maybe write something in your Christmas card that says, I think you will enjoy this on your, summer getaway or your anniversary trip or whatever that is, will keep them from looking at it like, why in the heck did she give me salmon for Christmas? I gave it to you for Christmas because the spring is coming, the summer is coming, and I don't want to necessarily get you something with snowflakes on it that you're not going to be using here in a couple of weeks. Well, it would be a couple of weeks in Georgia and Louisiana because it gets hot. But, something that you will soon have to put away because the season will be changing. It's something they can look forward to pulling out and enjoying throughout an entire season. So that is all I have for you tonight. I am gonna go do dinner and finish laundry and watch a couple of episodes of Queen of the South because I'm binging, and I need to watch a couple of episodes of All American because I'm binge watching that right now as well. So thank you so very much for watching. I do hope that tonight's conversation was helpful for you. Do hope that if you are still hanging around in the chat, that before you head out, you will hit the thumbs up. And until next time, I do hope that you find something that feeds your Dooney addiction. Take care.